Hello there! October is here yet again, and so am I, with a list of the best games coming during the month ahead. I'll take you through the AAA, to the free-to-play, and the affordable hidden gems along the way. And in return for putting up with my voice, I'll throw some terrible dad jokes your way too. You ready? Here we go. On October 2nd, it's finally time to play Ghost of Yōtei. The PS5 exclusive takes us away from Tsushima and Jin's honourable journey, and this time we are in the 1600s and play as Atsu, who watched as her family were taken out while being pinned to a burning tree. Now that is an origin story. Years later, she has returned, now fully trained, and vows revenge on the Yōtei 6. Set in a beautiful open world, we must find our targets by uncovering information, and of course some ways are more aggressive than others. Atsu has 5 melee weapons to use, each designed to take on a specific enemy type, like a huge Odachi to take out brutes, or a Kusurigama to feel like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. I've been playing for the last few weeks and can assure you the combat feels amazing. And it's most definitely more Ghost of Tsushima, so if you love that, you'll love this one too. Atsu, by the way, is a bounty hunter who regularly partners up with a wolf by her side and can either confront enemies face on or use the shadows. I highly recommend Ghost of Yōtei dropping on PS5 on Thursday, October 2nd. Arguably, the biggest game of October is the return of Battlefield, this time with a big number 6 at the end. Following the catastrophic failure of Battlefield 2042, the team have gone back to what they know best, a current day setting, leaving behind Levolution to concentrate on the core gameplay we all loved. A military shooter that is both a multiplayer warfest and also a single player campaign returns. Online we are back to 4 classes, Assault, Engineer, Support and Recon, and battles either play out on smaller close quarters intense maps, or they do what Battlefield does best, massive wars where we can procure vehicles on site, like a tank or a fighter jet, which, after 20 years of playing Battlefield, I still can't fly without crashing immediately. The single player campaign will tell a globe-trotting story about military might and quick thinking, and the Portal mode will bring in other experiences made by the Battlefield team or other players. It's uncertain if this is another Roblox Fortnite situation, or this could be genuinely the future of gaming. Oh, and something all but confirmed is a free-to-play Battle Royale mode currently being tested. We'll talk about that next month when it's all official. Battlefield 6 launches on PS5, Xbox Series and the P to the C on October 10th. Another online shooter dropping in October is Ark Raiders. Once destined to be a free-to-play co-op shooter, it was redeveloped and became an extraction shooter, which planned to go head-to-head with Bungie and their extraction shooter Marathon. Well, only one game made it to the face-off, and it's not Bungie. Ark Raiders has gone for a third-person view and asks players to leave their underground base to search around the planet's surface. This is because Earth is now overrun by this alien machine army with a hive mind. Known as the Ark, they actively hunt for humans to eradicate. And that's why we all live underground and send raiders to the surface to get resources. So at its core, Ark Raiders is PvE, but other communities also send up their scavengers topside, which makes this a PvP game too. If a flare is spotted in the sky, you know an enemy player has been downed. If a flock of birds panic for no reason around you, it could be due to another player sneaking up behind you, or an Ark drone calling in reinforcements. With quest lines to complete, mastery objectives to activate, and a skill tree that really impacts playstyle, Ark Raiders could be a massive game, and it only retails for $40, which is €40, which is 35 quid here in the UK. If you're still unsure about this one, then be sure to join the free server slam test on October 17th through to the 19th on PS5, Xbox Series and PC with no codes needed. Or you can wait for the official release on October 30th. I, for one, am very hyped about Ark Raiders. So there's a free game mode coming to Battlefield 6 and a free server test coming to Ark Raiders. I guess now's a good time to look at other free games you may have missed. And firstly, the PS Plus Essential games for October were announced a week early, but we can't download them until October the 7th. The sublime Alan Wake 2, the chaotic Goat Simulator 3 and the puzzling Cocoon are our rewards this month. That's a pretty good month in my eyes. Elsewhere, a brand new free-to-play Dragon Ball game totally passed me by last month. Sorry for not sharing this earlier. Dragon Ball Project Multi became Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra, a real-time strategy 4-on-4 team battler. The premise is super simple. Grab the Dragon Balls by first choosing a hero and leveling up their skills through battles, and once you're ready, fight a god of destruction for victory. Each hero is given a class, whether that's an all-out damage type, a technical build, or hulking great tanks. Each round begins with a random rule set to adhere to, nothing game-breaking, but they are noteworthy. Like when a player dies, they explode, damaging everyone nearby. Monetization is through seasonal cosmetic items each 2 to 3 months, and cross-progression is confirmed. Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra is out right now on PS4, PS5, PC, Switch, and mobile too. When I make these videos, I always see PS4 gamers in the comments a little bit upset that big free-to-play games skip that console or stop supporting it. So I wanted to make sure you saw the news a few weeks ago. Marvel Rivals is now on PS4 right now. The 6-on-6 team shooter starring an ever-growing lineup of Marvel heroes and villains, which finally added Blade recently, and Daredevil is coming soon, with more maps and confusing storylines to follow as well. I'd love to know if anyone's PS4 explodes when Doctor Strange conjures a portal. Remember 2XKO, the tag team fighter starring the cast of League of Legends? Well, that game finally hits open beta on October 7th. Hooray! But sadly, it's locked to PC only for the time being at least. Boo. I'll keep you updated when it drops on other platforms. And I'm going to throw in a quick note about a free-to-play game coming in November, Where Winds Meet, an action RPG set in ancient China and features mind-blowing martial arts feats. We embark in a fully open world on a journey to uncover the mysteries of the land and inevitably get caught up in power struggles along the way. Where Winds Meet is said to have deep RPG mechanics and can be played alone or online with friends, so there's some MMO elements to this. I'll be sure to get all the important information ready for November's new game video, but when I saw them running on water, I knew I needed to mention it. It's like the movies! Hey, but this is an October list, so check out this $40 game. Little Nightmares 3, which takes the horror puzzle platformer into the world of co-op play, although if you don't want to, you can play this one alone if you prefer. One player is Lo, a crow mask wearer who comes armed with a bow and arrow, and the other player is Alone, wearing a pilot's helmet and armed with a wrench as big as her. Those different skills impact how puzzles are solved. For example, one involves shooting a very high target with an arrow, and then breaking the box open with a hit from the wrench. In general, the puzzles aren't said to be difficult. Instead, the challenge is working with a partner and timing things correctly, because communication is the key and teamwork is the only way to get things done. Little Nightmare 3's art style is absolutely beautiful, and their unspoken storytelling will have you thinking about this game for years. I still think about the guy above the chair in the first game. How many years ago was that? Little Nightmares 3 comes to the PlayStations, the Xboxes, the Switches and the PCs on October 10th. Another game with a rich history is Ninja Gaiden, and now we have the 7th game in the series, which of course is named Ninja Gaiden 4. The fast-paced hack-and-slash action game in which we play as Ryu Hayabusa now gives us a new direction and a new hero, Yakumo. The gameplay is as blood-soaked as ever and has difficulty settings that change the positioning of enemies and vastly improves their fighting prowess, if that's the way you want to play. To the average outsider, Ninja Gaiden always looks like a button-mashing extravaganza, but believe me, every dodge, every parry, every gruesome sword swing is ultra-precise. Ninja Gaiden 4 comes to the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series and PC on October 21st. Okay, this may be just the old man in me talking, but Terminator 2D No Fate looks amazing. It's an old-school side-scrolling shooter that is inspired by many games from the 90s, and there's just enough Contra in here to know it'll be fun. No Fate retells the story of Terminator 2 Judgment Day and has us fill the boots of Sarah Connor, the T-800, and a host of other characters as we try to stop AI taking over the world. Maybe we could learn from this in real life. Terminator 2D No Fate still has no official price point as I'm writing this, but Nintendo UK have it up for £25, which would be $30 US on PS4, PS5, the Switch, Xbox Series and PC. Here's something a little more insane. King of Meat, a party platformer. If you've ever played a death run course on Fortnite or Minecraft, you'll understand the basic premise. Set up like a game show, we must get through a deadly dungeon course watched on by a crowd. Not only are the obstacles trying to take us out, but so are hundreds of minions, which brings us on to combat. Hack and slash would be the best way to describe it. Supporting up to 4 players, I bet in a group this would be a lot of fun, and with over 100 dungeons at launch, some of which which are more puzzling than others. And get this, we can create our own hellscapes for other people to try and survive. Retailing at $30, that's €30, that's 25 quid. Is it priced well enough to find an audience? King of Meat comes to PS5, the Xbox Series and PC on October 2nd. This video is desperately overrunning now, so let's do a speed round of some other big hitters. Outer Worlds 2, Obsidian's next big RPG. And let it be known, I'll love Obsidian forever because Fallout New Vegas was so damn good. Sadly, the Outer Worlds first attempt had a few issues, namely it was far smaller than anyone expected and the combat wasn't quite it. Well, this time around, both those misfires have been fixed with a huge galaxy to explore and many ways to take out your foes. Lay all that on the stellar dialogue tree systems Obsidian use, and the Outer Worlds 2 could be amazing. Coming to the PS5, the Xbox Series and PC on October 29th. On October 22nd, look out for Dispatch, an episodic narrative adventure that has elements of Life is Strange, as dialogue trees and branching decisions dictate the direction of the story, which lines up well with the developer's previous games, Tales from the Borderlands and The Wolf Among Us. I'm on the fence here. Will you take a chance on it? If you do, please let me know. October is absolutely packed. We didn't get time to talk about Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, which comes out on October 21st, or Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection on October 30th. The Metal Gear Solid Delta Fox Hunt mode arrives on October 30th, plus the Pokemon and Mario Galaxy games on Switch, and Kingmakers comes to PC. There are too many games in October, so let's take a break from all that with some bad dad jokes. Like this one. What do you call a bear with no ears? Buh. I didn't say they were good, right? This one is better. I always avoid cats because I start copying them for no reason. It really freaks me out. Thank you very much. God, that one works. That is great. That is really good. My friend is a window cleaner. I asked him if he likes it and he said, meh. I think that might be my favorite joke of all time. Oh, it's so good. Okay, one more. I was at a bird sanctuary recently with a splitting headache. I asked the staff for some painkillers and they said they don't have any because the paracetamol. Yay, the paracetamol. Come on, that is amazing. Please do me a favor and hit me up with more dad jokes if you've got any. I am running so low. I'm Adam, you're awesome. Have an amazing October. See ya.